And anytime that I even tried to say more than like a few short words, my mind would just go blank. Like I literally couldn't think past like 2, 3, and 4 words. I couldn't think past that. And she was like, the nurse said, call the hospital. I think she's
That's nasty.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Don't play with it. I just want.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I know based off of the title of my video, y'all could pretty much tell what this video is going to be about. With that being said, just make sure you watch to the end. It'll be definitely worth it. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Share this video and comment, but definitely share because I think that this video can be very helpful to a lot of people in whatever way that may be. But I definitely think this video can be very, very helpful. So just make sure you watch to the end. And with that being said, I'm about to go ahead and get into the story time. Okay, y'all, so I really don't know too much. Before recording this video, I was thinking to myself, like, dang, where should I start with this video? But I'm like, y'all don't know anything, so why not start at the beginning? I am going to make this video a 2 or 3 part video. Definitely at least 2 parts. It may be a third. I'm not sure. I'm going to see how long the video runs on. But, so yeah. Anyways, so back in 2021, I am 30 now. I'm going on 31 years old. So at the time, I had just turned, let me think how old I just turned. Just give me 1 second, y'all. I had just turned 28, I want to say. It wasn't long after I turned 28 before this incident occurred, but basically what happened was I was at work and I was on the phone speaking to someone that I coordinated with for some clients. I was in my office and all of a sudden I'm standing up and all of a sudden I'm on the phone and I'm just like that. Almost like I just blacked out for a second and came back to before I was even able to really fall over. And I was on the phone and I was just like, I gotta call you back. I gotta call you back. Bye. You know, it was like, I said it a lot faster and quicker and hurried up and hung up. And so I went into my manager's office, who was right across the hall from me. And I just went in there and I sat down in her chair and I'm like, I can't talk. No. Take that away. I take that back. What happened was I sat down in the chair in her office and I said, something's wrong. That's what I said. I said, something's wrong. And she was like, well, what's wrong? I was like, I don't know. She was like, you need some water? I was like, no. She said, you need some something else she asked me did I need, and I was like, no. She said, you need some air, you too hot, like what's going on? I was like, I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know. So every time I went to go talk, I couldn't talk. And then I told her that. I said, after I kept saying, I don't know, I can't explain it, I don't know, I was like, I can't talk. Like I really could only say 1 or 2 words at a time, or real short sentences, like not long regular sentences. I couldn't say it. And she was like, well, I think that you might need to maybe you need to go to the doctors. And I was like, let me call my mom. I don't know. Let me call my mom. Because if I really didn't need to go to the hospital, I just didn't want to go, to be honest. You know, a lot of people don't like going to the hospital and then being in the ER and then sitting and waiting. So I was like, I do not got time for that. And so I called my mom and I told her, like, Mom, I don't know what's wrong, but I can't talk. She was like, you need to go to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital, like, right now. And I was like, all right. So I went ahead and went because my manager had already suggested it. And then my mom told me, like, you need to go. So I hung up with my mom, and my manager was like, well, I'll drive you to the hospital. And I said, no, I don't want you to drive me to the hospital, because then I'm going to be sitting up there by myself. I said, if it's this serious, because see, that's when it started to hit me, like something real serious must be going on. I was like, if it's something real serious, I don't want to end up being there by myself. So I drove and got my sister. I drove from the job to my sister's place, picked her up. She drove me to the urgent care. So the way there, I'm kind of having to navigate and tell her which way to go for urgent care. So, mind you, that was a little challenging because, again, something was wrong with my brain. I didn't know what, but I just wasn't thinking 100% clearly. My brain, every time I tried to think and really say full sentences, it's like my brain would just go black. It would just go blank. Yeah. So we got to the urgent care. I signed in my name and all of that. They brought me to the back, and they were like, well, what's wrong with you? One of the nurses was like, well, what's wrong? Da-da. I was like, I don't know. I can't talk. I only could say like 2 and 3 sentences and stuff. I can't talk. I don't know. That's a lot of really what I could say. And anytime that I even tried to say more than like a few short words, my mind would just go blank. Like I literally couldn't think past like 2, 3, and 4 words. I couldn't think past that. And she was like, the nurse said, call the hospital. I think she's having a stroke. Oh my goodness, y'all. That's really when I got terrified. Like dead serious. That's really, really when I got terrified. And I'm thinking to myself, dang, I done had a stroke, or I am having a stroke and don't even know it. Like, what the crap? So they called the hospital. It took the hospital, the ambulance, no time to get to me at the urgent care. My daughter was there. My youngest, I had her with me at the time, and my sister had her youngest at the time. And it was my sister. So as I'm, they put me on a stretcher, putting me into the ambulance. Of course, my youngest daughter, she started crying, and my sister, my sister was telling her like, she'll be okay, it's all right, blah blah blah. Don't y'all know that within they got me there fast. I'll just say that. They got me there within minutes. They got me to the hospital. They were checking me out. They did a CAT scan and all of that. They were like, have you done a CAT scan before? Blah, blah. And I'm like, no. They was just explaining like what it is. You might get sick to your stomach, blah, blah, blah. So they did it. And they said, she's having a stroke. So at this point, y'all, I'm crying. Do you hear me? Like, I'm literally crying because that's scary. It's a real sad and scary situation to go through. And it's just like, dang, it's like, not knowing anything. And that was a sad and scary situation. So they're like, yeah, she's having a stroke. Call Vanderbilt. So then it's like, it's really got to be serious. Y'all not even keeping me at this hospital, but you're about to rush me to another hospital. I'm like, yes, this is very, very serious. It was very serious. I heard them talking, and they were even thinking about flying me by helicopter to get me there as soon as possible. And because of the weather was bad, they ended up rushing me to another hospital. Mind you, Vanderbilt is a lot bigger of a hospital. So I feel as though they rushed me there because obviously it was just more and better doctors, specialized doctors in strokes and, more things that I would need while I was there. So at this point, they, again, like I said, they were going to rush me by helicopter, but because the weather was bad, they just rushed me by ambulance. Mind you, that hospital is like 2 hours away or almost 2 hours away from the hospital I was already at. But when I tell y'all, I wasn't just clocking the time like that, but like what it felt like in there. I don't even think I was in there for a full hour. I think I was in that ambulance for like 30 minutes to 40 minutes tops. Mind y'all, while I'm in the ambulance being rushed to this other hospital, I still was crying. I wasn't just boo-hooing crying like that, but I definitely was crying more than just a drop or two, but I wasn't just like, you know, acting crazy. Honestly, it's like I kind of had a sense of peace over me. I was still scared, but the whole ride there, I was praying. And I know that that's the reason why I had a sense of peace the whole ride there. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen to me. I was praying, and I was praying for my family, but most of all, my kids. And I was just telling God, like, if this is my time, just remember me in your kingdom. And what also helped keep me at ease is the paramedics and stuff. They were very calming, you know, just kept talking to me, trying to tell me like, you're strong, you're gonna be okay. So I started texting my friends and my family. Mind y'all, it was a struggle trying to text because like I said, I could already barely think past 2 and 3 words, so let alone trying to text 2 and 3 words. Like, it was taking me 10 minutes to write like one message, but I literally wasn't like texting them back and forth. I sent like maybe like I did a group text, and I think the reason why I was able to even text is because because it was just still programmed in my memory, and that's kind of still what helped and allowed me to be able to text. But y'all, I literally could only write, even texting, like I said, I could only think a few words at a time. I only could text a few words at a time. So when I was texting, I literally was like, going to hospital, in ambulance, you know, like stuff like that is what I was texting. And I literally was only able to text a few messages a piece, literally, because it's like the more I even tried to think past 2 or 3 words, it's like it hurted my brain to even write out or think a full sentence at once like that. It's like it hurted my brain. So I just sent a few messages, a few short messages, and like I said, was praying and all this other stuff till I got there. And once I got there, you know, a lot more happened from there, of course. And that's when more things were explained and all that type of stuff. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. That's just the beginning part of the of my story time. Like I said, I'm gonna do a second part, maybe even a third part. But if you haven't already, again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And then in my next video, sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all some pictures and videos and stuff like that. And anyways, everything will come full circle for you after you know, I finish posting all my other videos. And thanks for the support for everyone that has already subscribed, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks. Bye.